Christmas Day is one of the most heartwarming holidays, a time for friends and family to gather and exchange gifts, to let one another know that they are seen and that they are loved. A genuine moment of peace in most people's lives. There's nothing like eating cookies, enjoying delicious hot cocoa, and watching a movie with the family. These niggas is raw dogging honey off this nigga's body, dog.
Nigga nothing. Get the oh my god.
Marty Supreme is the newest addition to the filmography of one of the best actors out right now. The movie is creative, it's funny, and anxiety-inducing at the same time. It has the swag that I feel not many people could pull off. Timothée Chalamet, once again, has another fucking classic. I seen this movie on Christmas Day with my friends, and to be honest with you guys, who really wants to watch a movie about ping pong on Christmas? But I love movies. This is what my life is now. The first thing I realized was that I wasn't watching Timothée Chalamet be Marty Mauser. No, it wasn't really that at all. It was more so a day in the life of Marty. And again, this might not be that interesting to most people, but I can't lie. This movie is fucking good. It is very, very good. And it might be amazing. We'll see. Regardless, you get lost in the world of Marty very quickly. Now, I've never had the pleasure of meeting Timothée Chalamet, but if I had to make an assessment, I would say he is not Marty Mauser, and Marty is not him. The fact that he could even play a role like this blows me away. He's good in everything he is in, and this feels a bit more out of bounds for him. It feels like it might have really challenged him, and I see why he spoke so highly of this movie in every interview. This is something you boast about. But before we dive deeper into Timothy's execution in this movie, let us first discuss what drives this movie and who makes it work. Now, as I might have said before, this seems different for Timothée Chalamet. I cannot say the same for director Josh Safdie. With movies like Uncut Gems and Good Time under his belt, this is so in his lane, and a lot of people are acting as if the similarities between the three movies is a negative thing. But I don't see why that would be a problem at all. This is the director's bread and butter. I happen to love bread and butter. And if you can't get with that, then you're an NPC! Anyways, Josh Safdie gives this movie the exact direction a chaotic story like this needs. Again, it is a ping pong movie. And how do you make this movie interesting? You do this by keeping the audience guessing. You do this by having characters that you can feel for, that you can hate, that you can laugh at or cry with. To be able to have all this chaos, humor, sex, and high emotions all blend into one thing, then that's when you have a perfect storm in your fucking hands. Josh Safdie has the field set. This is now the moment when all you need is your star player to perform, and Timothée Chalamet performs. Marty Mauser entering the British Open is when it just clicked for me. Timothy is no longer with us. We are only seeing Marty Mauser, the ultimate manipulator. And with having the ability to talk his way into anything, you quickly see he uses this talent to actively choose his fate and chase his goals, regardless of how self-destructive it may be. It doesn't matter the means by which he reaches these seemingly unattainable goals. And in Marty's mind, it's either to move forward or to die. Marty Mauser is in a race against time, and you want to root for Marty more and more as the movie goes on. But as the love you have for this character grows stronger, you can't help but to realize that he's blazing all these trails on this road to success, and he truly isn't somebody you could see yourself wanting to be friends or family with. The pacing in this movie is also something you just can't miss. There's just no way for you to know what's coming next in the scene. One moment you're seeing two characters chop it up, and then the next moment a tub falls through the floor and is nearly killing somebody, or somebody's getting cracked over the head with an item. I wouldn't really let shit happen to me, but I'm just saying, the movie is just non-stop fuckery.
Niggas is wildin'!
There really isn't ever a quote-unquote normal moment, and I love that shit. You can never get enough of it. And what really helps immerse you into all these different energies and emotions is the music. Composer Daniel Lopatin, who has worked with Josh Safdie before, really moves you with the soundtrack. Regardless of whether he's keeping the score melodic or just flat out haunting, you can't help but to notice the music in every second of the movie. Like, just listen to this shit for a minute. When you hear that playing, you just know some shit is going down or has already went down. The score is so important to a film, and the production team and composer knocked it out the park. And don't even get me started on how beautifully shot this movie is. Another box that this movie just checks. It's a period piece, but you can't help but notice how beautiful a retro New York looks. You could freeze frame so many scenes, and that could be a poster on somebody's wall. When you make the everyday, ordinary shit look gorgeous is when you know you're doing something right. And Marty Supreme gets it right. And what really makes Marty Supreme stick with you, even when the credits roll, is that it was more than just the chaos, the great performances, the soundtrack, or the visuals. It was the fact you were watching a film that someone clearly was passionate about and they loved what they were doing. A movie that was exactly what it wanted and needed to be and did not apologize for it. Josh Safdie doubled down on his chaotic style and gave the actors the perfect playground. And what came out was a movie that grabs your attention and refuses to let go. And regardless of everything, I know that when you go see this film, you will come out feeling something. It definitely is worth the watch and was one of the best movies in a stacked 2025. I can't lie, if you watch this whole thing and ain't subscribed, you's a hoe.